there is something new coming to the iPhone system, or should I say Apple's iPhone lineup, the iPhone SE 4th generation. It's going to depart from everything or almost everything we knew about the SE design lineup and basically how it looks. Apple is going to completely reform, or should I say upgrade, the SE as we know it. And I think this year's SE, or next year, if it comes out next year, is going to be one of the best selling SEs ever, because it's going to be like a no-brainer for people that like the SE lineup and people that want top-notch performance on a budget level or slightly cheaper level, because not really budget when you consider actual budget flagship prices or budget device prices for other brands. So the iPhone SE 4, essentially as we know it, is going to have a new design language entirely. Yeah, it's not going to be what you know. It's going to look more like the iPhone 14 series with a few slight adjustments. Basically, these rumors came from Mac Rumours, and they are basically flying all around the internet right now. That's why I said, let me bring it to your doorstep. And a sub to my channel will also be a knock to my doorstep. And also, we're going to say bye-bye to the home button. Yeah, and bye-bye to the iPhone 8 design that we have seen on the SE 2nd and 3rd generation SEs. For the display of the SE, we expect from the LCD we had on a 4.7-inch screen, IPS LCD, barely even contrasty as what you know Apple usually makes. This year's or next year's SE is going to be different. We're going to see a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. Yeah, no more LCD, OLED. And in 6.1 inches, just like the iPhone 14 and iPhone 15. Yeah, but it's going to be 60 Hz too. Come on, you can't really think Apple will bring one of their most pro features to an SE. They couldn't even do that on the standard iPhone 15, so SE could even get 30 Hz, who knows? Apple is so crazy. The thing about OLED is that back then OLED was like a premium thing, but now OLED is so much cost efficient. Unlike before, let's say newer materials have been brought into light. I mean, the premium OLEDs are LTPOs, while the regular OLEDs are just OLEDs. So OLEDs are like the new LCDs, which means LCDs are like, ugh. Also, when you look at the display or what we think the leak should have, there is that notch, yeah, which means you'll get Face ID, definitely. Initially, back then, I was wondering maybe they could like implement a Touch ID on the button of the SE and give it like the island or something, or just like a punch hole, you know, something Touch ID-ish. I mean, there should be that phone with a Touch ID. They shouldn't just eliminate that completely, but from what I can hear on Mac Rumors, it seems there's just going to be like the Face ID. Basically, it's going to look like an iPhone 14 from the front view, yeah, when you look at the display. And we expect the SE 4th generation to come with USB Type-C. Yeah, USB Type-C is completely replacing Lightning. I mean, the mandate for the EU to, you know, transform Apple's products to Type-C is going to take full effect in 2024. So there is no way Apple is going to release a Lightning product, especially next year. So definitely it's going to be Type-C. Yeah, and probably 2.0. I don't think they'll put Type 3.0 on a budget device. Yeah. The SE4 is going to have the usual single lens language design on the iPhone. Very minimal looking. I mean, people are really fans of single lenses, especially for the fact that the so-called ultra-wide lens we have on the 13, the 11, the 12, the 14, the 15 is not really much of a big deal. In the end, that main wide lens with OIS is the most important. Yeah, it's going to be perfect if they bring like a 48 megapixel lens, single camera. That means it might even be a camera that can do the 2x optical telephoto that the iPhone 15 has, and it's going to be more crazy. Or they could even bring like a single lens, but the camera of like the iPhone 15 Pro. Yeah, that's definitely going to boost sales in a very crazy magnitude. We might also see 12 megapixels though, but my prayer is on the 48 megapixel. Yeah, but knowing Apple very well, I think my money will be on the 12, but let's see what they come up with. Looking at the design on the frame, there is the usual aluminium frame, but Apple might eliminate the, you know, the mute switch and replace it with an action button. Yeah, that's basically a sign that the mute switch is actually gone. Yeah, so on the iPhone 16 models, I don't think there'll be any mute switch anymore. It's going to be all action button. Yeah, no more mute switch. So that's basically going to replace it, and I think that's also going to boost sales. I mean, it has something that even the standard iPhone 15 models wouldn't have. So why won't I buy it? I mean, I'm really considering it, like thinking about it right now. But the island is still something to go for the 15 for. Yeah, Apple just knows how to, set like some absolute sale points on each of their products that does make you end up buying all of them. You just can't pick one, you just have to buy all of them. Unless you buy like the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which already costs enough to make them feel like you bought two devices. So Apple is just excellent at marketing stunts. For the color options, we should see a blue color option, kind of light blue, close to what the 14 has, not the 15's washed out bleach blue. So we might also see a midnight, a product red, and a kind of white or starlight. Yeah, starlight or white, whatever they have. Now, one of the biggest changes the SE would have would be the battery. Yeah, the older chassis for the SE, that's like the last generation SE3, had a small body like the iPhone 8 design language, or 7 and the rest of them. So Apple couldn't really fit past a 2000 something milliampere hour battery on it. But this time, having that 14/13 design language is going to allow Apple to fit in maybe something close to 3000 milliampere hours. Yeah, I doubt it will be up to 3000, but maybe something like on the iPhone 12 level. So that's paired with a more efficient processor, like maybe the A16 or A17. Maybe they might have like a normal A17 that's not an A17 Pro, maybe an A17 with a 5-core GPU, something like that. Yeah, they might have something like that, to boost efficiency, which means definitely whichever like battery capacity is given to the SE series, it's going to be stellar. I know Apple is going to like have a lot of battery upgrades for that phone, because they are definitely going to take up the price, which I'll get to in a minute. So for connectivity, there might be a test of Apple's supposed 5G custom modems they are making for their smartphones. Yeah, so we knew it's not a secret, Apple has been like creating 5G modems, trying to optimize it to match the exact specifications they want, because they usually have to deal with Qualcomm, which is third party. Qualcomm is good, quite alright, but it's third party. It's harder for Apple to maintain, because it's like a joint effort between them and Qualcomm, and we know Apple likes to own every single part of their device. When you think about the chipsets, the haptic engine, which is like my favorite part of an iPhone, that haptic engine is just a work of art, honestly. So like there might be a 5G modem. Might or might not. I doubt, but you might see that, who knows. Also, if there's a 5G modem, I know Apple's going to beat Qualcomm, since it's for their phones. Yeah, Apple and Silicon, they're like A and B, they're just so close to each other. They always do the best with Silicon, more than every other manufacturer. So we might see something good with connectivity, maybe still Wi-Fi 6, or maybe you might have Wi-Fi 6E. Yeah, so we know the SEs usually have some advantages over the base models and some downsides over the Pro and the base models. Anyways, everything is all rumors. Don't take it so seriously. Wait for the official story from Apple, but watch this and give it a thought, and check the description of this video for Mac Rumours website, so you can get like the newsletter and read it all for yourself. And for the prices, we had $429 for the SE in the past. So I think with all this incremental, definitely significant incremental upgrades, you might see something like a $479 price or more, but definitely not $429. No, like the jump is too much. This is kind of like an iPhone 14 advanced. Yeah, not even close to like the iPhone 8 design it had. So $479, that's where my money is on. So that's basically it for the so-called SE 4th generation that might come out 2024. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and let's talk in the comments. Turn on post notifications for future updates, because there will definitely be future updates as more rumors unfold. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah.